Alright, so I'm gonna try and play Karma support um, to show you kind of how it's played. If not, I'll probably play Annie or something. But these are the runes I run. The 57 health gives you about 2 extra autos of extra HP, which that's 2 HP quints and 1 HP seal. That puts you just at that sweet spot. Um, I don't know if this is optimal, but this is what I like to run. You get the cooldown reduction, which is nice because if you end up running cooldown reduction boots, all you need is 20% more CDR, and so it fits up perfectly. Um, AP, just really good, and just increased damage with auto attacks and stuff. Um, kind of typical things, mana regen. You don't really need the move speed on Karma because your shield always already gives you a ton of move speed, so it's just kind of redundant. Just starting gold, GP10, and then health regen and the reduced damage, which is, I think like these 5 points are totally critical no matter what kind of support you run. You need at least those 5. Generally you want 13, and if you're playing tankier support like Tark or Leona, um, you could even dive a little bit deeper into it. But you still want to be able to get the gold per 10 and extra gold on last hits for sure, which I think is 13 points into the utility tree, so you'd just be putting 17 points into the defense tree, which gets you a little bit more armor and more, which is nice. And I think you might be able to get the crit damage reduction. So let's see if I can look up Karma. So I don't think our stats are actually that amazing. I haven't actually ever really checked them. I like to just use Diamond partially because I'm in there and it's close to high skill cap. Um, yeah. Her win rate is really back and forth. I think it's just because people don't really have a consistent way of playing her. On top of she's picked like 6% of the time compared to can go to Tarek. Who has a pick rate of 18%. Riven bans are really common right now just because she just gets really strong. Ever since Faker started playing her, people started picking her up more and more for like the mid lane and just realized that she's actually really strong. Lee Sin ban, Nidalee ban. But yeah, I just don't think a lot of people really know how to play Karma. And if they do play Karma, they're usually playing her um, mid lane or top lane, not actually as support. Um, Let me see if I can see her other stuff. Yeah, see, most people are playing her as like a AP carry, which, I mean, it works. You can see Dave does it all the time. But I think her support potential is really strong right now. Uh, Her skids kinda suck though. They're mediocre at best. I wonder if the challenger shows a little bit better side. Yeah, not really. It's still really spiky. Like you see, sometimes she has amazing win rates and sometimes she has terrible win rates. Yeah, she was picked 3 times that day, so yeah. She's just not really picked that much, which is why her win rate looks so crazy. How's her all ranked look? Oh my god, I was looking at ranked 5v5s. Hold on. This might look a little bit better if I just do rank solo. A little bit better. Still not that many picks compared to how often, how many players there are. Jinx is actually a really good pick with Karma, just because you have that double tap kind of slow. So it could be a 2v1 Rengar. I'm not sure. We'll see. Um, I hope it isn't, just because it'd be kind of lame. Um, Normally I'd want to start with I'd rather start with Targon's rather than a Spell Thief Blade if I knew for sure we were going against Rengar. But it looks like they're not going to do a 2v1 swap. Nami doesn't really make sense in a 2v1 lane. There are a lot better choices. I actually like her original skin better. I think it looks a lot more flashier than the traditional Karma, but that's just me. Alright, so I took Ignite rather than Exhaust, even though Rengar is sort of an assassin. Um, it's not really realistic that I can get my Exhaust off on him before he throws out all his burst just because he has that stealth. So it's better for me just to take Ignite and go for kills in lane. Um, we have a lot of poke. They have a decent amount of sustain with Nami. So my aim is just to try and poke both of them as much as I can because then it makes it a lot harder to keep two people sustained rather than just one. So I'll just have to wait for good well-timed Qs to try and AoE them both. If not, we still have a lot of burst and we could probably kill somebody in one go, if not force them to blow stuff. Because Karma's actually a really strong level 1. I like taking Spell Thief Blade just because you get the extra AP. It is a little bit harder to harass.
I have seen two paths and made another between.
Oh because I do this start, what I like to do is go one ward and then the yellow ward.
The answer lies within.
Once I get my Sightstone, I sell the yellow trinket and go for the red trinket. But until then, I need that extra vision just in case.
We must all make our choices. Never fear change.
It's the Dave cough.
"30 seconds until minions spawn."
It's kind of an interesting start. I would expect him to take Doran's shield, but I'm not a top laner, so I guess I couldn't say.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
Minions have spawned.
Never again will I sit idle. Challenge what you know. As Ionia changes, so must I.
I just used my mantra there because Jinx didn't come and help Leash. Eve should have used her smite just because it has a short enough cooldown that you can actually use it.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
Right, my auto attacks drop that cooldown. I almost forgot about that. See, just hitting them both is really strong. You can already see how low I have them poked down.
The answer lies within.
Gonna go ahead and pop a potion, put down a word because... Oh my god, I'm really bad.
There is wisdom in war.
Not gonna use the mantra right now just because I don't think I can hit anybody. They're just really afraid right now.
And made another between.
So she started an ancient coin, which I personally feel is like the weakest start of everything.
We must all make our choices.
It can work in situations. Arguably, that's one of the situations it would work in.
None will question our resolve.
Not exactly the best word, but at least we'll see if he's coming.
First
Never fear
blood.
change. Never again will I sit idle.
But yeah, you just always want to constantly try and apply pressure. You can see she's almost out of mana
Heart
right
and
now.
mind as one.
She only has enough for probably 2 heals for the rest of the lane phase. If I can land some good poke.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
I do have biscuits, so I do get a free 10 mana.
Now we prove our courage. As Ionia changes, so must I.
You don't have to worry too much about the passive of Spell Thief, because getting a CS is more than the
My
extra
spirit
gold
is
harass,
unquenchable
or
fire.
extra gold bonus it gives you for harassing champions. And it's on the same cooldown, so whatever. Not a big deal.
Challenge
I'm
what you want.
trying to avoid using my other spells as much as I can, just because using them together costs a lot of mana pool.
My
Right, that word's
spirit is
almost gone. Managed to hit him just with the corner of that. If that was a normal Q, it would have missed. Okay, yeah, there's Rengar.
Never fear change.
They're kind of playing a little bit strange with their positioning. So that made me suspicious.
Never again will I sit idle.
Anytime you can get
The
auto
answer
attacks off,
lies within.
it's really valuable because it reduces your mantra.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
An enemy has been slain.
As Ionia changes, so must I.
Yeah, I took a lot of free damage right there. That was bad. It was better than Jinx taking the damage though.
Heart and mind as one. We must
That's
all
a nice
make our
thing
choices.
with Jinx, is that you can clear. I can Q the wave and she can AoE it. So I'm gonna go boots and a couple words
I have
and some
seen two
potions.
paths and made another
I would
between.
go Ruby Crystal, but I was close enough that I would have only been able to buy like 1 word and 1 potion, which I don't feel is enough to sustain in lane.
We must all make our choices. I have seen two paths.
But that'll be the next item
and
I'm
made
building,
another
is a
between.
Sight Stone. And as soon as I get that, I'm gonna sell my wording totem. Alright, so she did
Never again
swap
will I
out to her
sit
sweeping
idle.
lens. That's why I just put the 1 minute there. Just because I was a little bit suspicious.
Never fear change. Heart and mind as one.
And yeah, I just can put a lot of harass on them and make them miss CS. And give our AD carry free CS. Especially against a Nami matchup, it makes it really easy because she doesn't have any. She doesn't really have any aggressive spells. Her only aggressive spell is her bubble, and I have a shield which totally counterplays that.
As Ionia changes, so must I. We have learned as much as we have suffered.
It looks like Rengar might be top. Yeah, okay. I didn't need to put that ward down then. Oh well.
Ionia speaks through me.
An enemy has been slain.
So yeah, you've been pushed up a lot, so I haven't really been able to show the other way you can play. But yeah, we're just completely winning this lane. They have absolutely no pressure.
Heart and mind as one.
And you can see that actually spellcasts do proc the, I guess it's called the Frostbane.
As Ionia changes, so must I. Never fear change.
An enemy has been slain.
Just gonna pop all my potions
The answer
so that I can
lies
keep
within.
pushing really hard. She failed that.
My spirit is an
Just gonna
unquenchable
deny as much
fire.
CS, but it's a cannon minion, so
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Challenge what you know.
so now that we have like complete lane control, I'm gonna go down and put a couple deep wards into their jungle, just because I have that freedom to do so. And
Never
miss the bush again.
will I sit idle.
Okay, so there's Rengar. We're just counter jungling them. Actually, gonna put that pink.
We must all make our choices.
And just always keeping the same word spots or activation spots.
We have learned as much as
Makes
we have
things a lot more thoughtless.
I have seen two paths and made another. Diana Kiri.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
Never again will I sit idle.
Killing spree.
Oh, is she gonna live?
Shut down.
No. Oh well. She got a kill 1 for 2, that's really good.
Challenge what you know.
1v2, not 1 for 2.
Your team
I like to
has
put
destroyed a turret.
points into shield just because it gives them a bigger move speed boost. Generally I only put 1 extra point into it. Past that, I like to level up the W because it gives extra snare duration.
Heart and mind.
I'm
as
gonna
one.
throw down the last of my wards, get a little bit of CS, and then go buy. Because I can actually buy some decent items right now.
By force of will.
So I'm gonna buy the Chalice of
Never fear
Harmony,
change.
and a few pots.
Never.
That just lets me stay in lane a lot longer and harass with my full combo
As Ionia changes,
without running
so
out of mana
must
too
I.
quickly. We should
The
really do
answer
Dragon right now.
lies within.
It's free gold just sitting there.
To conquer oneself is to conquer all. Focus. Never falter.
That is an interesting ult. Kind of a waste.
An enemy has been slain.
There wasn't really any chance that he was gonna kill me.
Seen two paths and made another between.
Rampage.
Yeah, this game looks like it's pretty over, so that's good.
We must all make our choices.
But yeah, you can just see how dominating of a lane it is. I wish they picked a stronger support so I can compare it up better.
My
But
spirit is an unquenchable
Karma
fire.
support's really strong. I lose the word back here, but that's
Act
fine.
with conviction.
Just kind of keeping track of where you last placed your words is usually good. That would be my last placed word.
Never
Your
again.
team has
will I
destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Just throwing the
My
W to get
spirit
the
is an
assist.
unquenchable fire.
Okay, we don't want to play too aggressive. We don't want to dive them
Challenge
crazily
overruled.
without having that much sight. We can get a bit of poke on this tower though.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
And made another between.
There's a Rengar behind us,
Enemy has been slain.
so I have to watch out. I have to be ready to seal just in case.
The answer lies within.
Maybe he decided to leave. I'm gonna clear out the sword that was right here though.
Never fear change.
But yeah, just take complete control. Just get words everywhere you can. I'm not gonna fully upgrade this yet. I want to get my tier 2 boots. And I'm actually gonna sell the mana potion
As
and buy a
Ionia
few health
changes,
potions.
so must I.
Unstoppable.
Heart and mind.
Oh jeez. Could be in some trouble. Hopefully I can get there in time. That's kind of interesting how they stacked up.
We must all make our choices.
Killing spree.
We have learned
Killing
as much
spree.
as we have suffered.
Double kill.
Never again will I sit idle.
Just backing out, so if it does hit, then I don't get hit by tower.
I have seen two paths and made another between.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Ooh, that sucks.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire. As Ionia.
I'm feeling like Dragon's gonna come up soon, which it's coming up in 2 minutes. I usually like to wait a little bit before I actually time it, just so that
Heart and
it's
mind
within the
as
visible
one.
vicinity without having to press Z. Just gonna wait around for that. I'll actually sell one of those to get it. And that puts me at
We
pretty
must
much
all
max
make our
CDR.
choices.
If I want to cap out the CDR, all I have to do is just get an elixir. And I'm just going to be spamming my shield to get into combat faster. That was a huge shield, holy crap.
An enemy has been slain.
Never fear change.
I'm actually just going to head bottom, and we can get another free inhib.
Challenge what you know.
That he's really bad with those. That's okay, I'm really bad with those too. So I shouldn't be talking.
We have learned as much as we
Shut
have
down. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I like to put words right behind the inhibs, just because it
must
gives you
all
extra
work
sight.
Has destroyed an inhibitor. Unstoppable.
I didn't have my shield, that's a shame.
Shut down.
Never again will I sit.
I'm gonna wait for that.
You have slain an enemy.
As Ionia changes, so must I.
Try and bait a little bit.
Focus.
An enemy has been slain.
Heart and mind as one.
Killing spree.
Peace, no matter the cost.
But yeah, Karma just kind of gets really strong. I probably can't take anything, so I'm just gonna back up and take some other jungle. Since those towers regenerate anyways, and
Never
it's really
fear
risky
change.
for me to be there alone. I'll probably take some of these, and then rotate up to top since nobody looks like they're pushing it. And that word just dropped. I was
Never
gonna
become a monster
clear
to
that,
defeat.
but whoever placed it must not have been level 9. I think Victor placed it, so that's kind of surprising.
We have learned as much as we have suffered.
I have a ton of gold right now, so I actually want to buy. You should always kind of try and buy.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire.
Actually, I'll refund one of those, and never mind, I don't have enough. Whatever. I don't need more than one pink word though.
The enemy's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Challenge what you know.
They're a little bit risky. They only have 3 there against 5.
Destroyed a turret.
We are getting a lot of free towers up top though.
I have seen two paths and made another between.
Oh wow, they're actually
Enemy
winning.
has been slain.
The answer lies within.
Oh, be there soon. Don't die.
Kill.
Never fear change.
Uh-oh. There's a death about to happen. Any second now. Where's the Rengar at?
Challenge
That's the
what
real
you
question.
Your team
Oh,
has
Rengar left.
destroyed a
Okay.
turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
I have seen two
Your
paths
team has
and made
destroyed
another.
an inhibitor.
Here.
Rampage. Your team has destroyed
I
a
don't have a
turret.
shield for her.
We have learned as much
Shut
as we
down.
have suffered.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been
We
slain.
must all make our choices.
Double kill. Aced.
Well, that was a really good game.
Victory.
Everybody on our team played it really well. But yeah, that's just kind of the general idea of how you want to play Karma. You didn't ever get to see me actually shield run up snare and then Q though, just because we always had lane dominance because their pushing power was mediocre. Hopefully I can show that in a later video though.